Hi there, here are Alex,
And Ian.
and we are both the founders and management of iCrowdU.
iCrowdU is a 3-year-old startup. To date, we've raised over $1 million in equity sales, and we're here to tell you about our company as we've just opened up our Series A fundraising round.
So let us take you through our pitch deck, which is about bringing wholesale prices to consumers and retail margins to producers. iCrowdU has identified a global problem, which we are all aware of because it's regarding us customers or consumers. It's about price. We are always looking for a good deal and want to pay as little as possible. The same is for producers. They want to sell for the highest price possible. The problem, though, is in between are middlemen, and they are taking the lion's share. Somewhere between 50 to 75% of the retail price ends up in the middlemen's pockets. So there is no easy way for customers to access wholesale prices.
So iCrowdU is the solution to this global problem. iCrowdU has created a platform where we reduce the gap between producers and the customers. In doing so, we can increase the discounts available to the everyday customer, as well as increasing the margins available to the producers. We call this economy sharing.
So iCrowdU has a global focus. However, for this purpose here, our market validation, let's only look at the example of the United States. I'm sure you've all heard of Wish before. Wish has about 75 million monthly users. Definitely you've heard of these guys. They attract over nearly 200 million users every month.
So let's look at the market that iCrowdU is addressing, the e-commerce market. In 2018, 210 million people visited e-commerce platforms, which resulted in $252 billion in online sales. The market iCrowdU is aiming for is 1% of this, which would result in $2.5 billion in online sales.
When looking at the market size, again, those 250 plus billion US dollars of the entire retail sale in the US, clearly Amazon is the biggest one with about 50% of the market. The rest of the market, the largest one there is eBay, followed by Apple and Walmart, and then it's thinning out. The gray area here on the left, now blinking blue, is made up of all those small little companies that have less than 1% of the market. And that is exactly what iCrowdU's target market segment is, aiming for 1% of this entire section here. Then again, looking at the online shoppers in the US, in 2018 it was 210 million people, and this is to increase over the next few years by over 10% to 230 million people.
So let's look at the iCrowdU product, the platform itself. The iCrowdU platform is built upon 3 key areas. The people card, where you can connect with people, the social media aspect of the platform, and show information about yourself. The product card, where you can view different products for sale, different promotions and projects that are active on the iCrowdU platform. And the money card, where you can have an overview of all the different products and projects you're involved in and pay now whenever you want.
iCrowdU's people card unlocks many features. It's about connecting with people, well, for great benefits. One thing is you can build your crowd on different levels. So you bring a friend, that person brings a friend, that person brings a friend, and there you have it. The crowd is growing. And while you're doing this, you can earn crowd tokens. The crowd token is iCrowdU's own cryptocurrency. So for every person you're bringing on this first level, you're earning 1 crowd token. On the second level, 2. On the third level, 3 crowd tokens. It's all to bring great incentives to everybody to participate.
So what's unique about iCrowdU's way of selling products? Well, we call it crowd promotion. Firstly, you look at your product card. Here you can see the Gomi U7 mini phone. You can learn about the product you're interested in buying. Now comes iCrowdU's unique selling point. Crowd promotion begins with a 30-day promotion period. After agreement with any producers, we set certain price points that the price can drop to over this period of time. Then, customers can commit to buy, they don't actually pay initially, at any point throughout the 30 days at every specific price point. The more people that commit to buy the product, the further the price drops. In this example, if we were to sell out 5,000 units in the promotion period, the price would drop down to a massive $110, a $40 discount. Very simply, with crowd promotion, the more products that are sold, the lower the price drops for everyone.
Well, now that you have participated in crowd promotion, you have signed up to buy the GoMe U7 phone in this example. Let's say you entered it at $140. Now you're watching it on your money card. There you see the current price is set at $130. Of course, you know you can see the target price is set at $110. Therefore, well, go ahead and involve your crowd. Tell everybody about it. Shout out loud and bring in people so that the price further drops. You see when the crowd promotion ends, so that means go ahead and bring in people. Also, you can see obviously how much you're going to pay, when it will be due. You have an overview of all your purchases you made, all the crowd promotions you're involved in, and you can now apply crowd tokens as well. For certain products, there's a certain amount or number of crowd tokens you can apply for a discount. One crowd token gives you 1% discount. And let's say in the GoMe U7 phone, it's 15 crowd tokens. That means you get 15% off the price, and you get an even better deal. Furthermore, what you can do with your money card, it works as a wallet. It holds your cryptocurrency here, the crowd tokens. And well, finally, you can manage all your transactions. You have an overview of that and see how many crowd tokens you hold.
So now you know how iCrowdU works, let's look at its business model. iCrowdU will take a 10% commission from each transaction on its platform, which, as we mentioned earlier, aiming for 1% of the current e-commerce market in the US, which is 2.5 billion, would mean 250 million in target revenues for iCrowdU. This broken down would be just $1,200 per customer per year on the iCrowdU platform, resulting in $120 per customer for our revenues. iCrowdU believes that we can grow this company over the next 10 years to achieve $450 million in revenue.
How will iCrowdU enter the market? What is our strategy? We will begin by expanding on our existing user base, initially using the Crowd Builder, as mentioned earlier, a technology that we have already developed. We will look to go to our social media following, which is over 200,000 followers across all platforms, to bring them to the iCrowdU platform to increase our user base. Then we will hire people we refer to as crowd builders to build communities in strategic locations. This will enable us to start marketing campaigns for the products that will be available in the crowd market and via crowd promotion. Next, we will onboard new producers. To do this, we will conduct roadshows, attend trade shows, and specifically look to use the existing partnerships that iCrowdU already has with Alibaba, MFC Bank, and IFG. Once this is all in place, iCrowdU will be able to expand internationally. We already have set up subsidiaries in Europe, in Hong Kong, and in China, and we have over 20,000 users in more than 150 countries. This will enable us to advertise and sell the correct products to the correct customers at any time. This also allows us to address any growth opportunities that may present themselves across Europe and Asia.
So let me introduce you to our competition. iCrowdU has really taken many of the strengths of our competitors into our product. A few of you may have heard of this little company, Facebook, who really focus on building crowds on its platform and advertising to them. A few more may have heard of LinkedIn, who focus on the business community. but have a very strong 3-level approach to building their communities. On the other side, we mentioned earlier Amazon and Wish, marketplace platforms who don't focus on the social aspect of your online life, but just on the business and sales side. Now, interestingly, we're bringing in here Kickstarter, who many people don't associate with e-commerce, but are a fantastic way of getting new companies' products seen by huge groups of people to help fund the products. And GoFundMe, one of the best platforms around at the moment for getting large groups of people organized to see a project through to its completion, very much like iCrowdU's crowd promotion. So where does iCrowdU fit? In this top corner here. We take the power of the crowd, organizing people for one clear goal, and bring them great marketplace opportunities.
And building on what Ian just explained regarding our competitors, now iCrowdU combines the connectivity of LinkedIn with, for example, social and fun aspects of Facebook, as well as the easy way of deal finding of Wish. Furthermore, the ease of use of Amazon, the simplicity of project funding of Kickstarter, as well as the community inspiration of GoFundMe.
Then let me introduce you to the iCrowdU team. Well, you've already met Alex, our CEO.
That would be me. And there's Ian.
That would be me. And this is Sayan, our CTO, who's a very experienced computer scientist from Serbia.
And we promise he only looks grumpy here in this picture. He can smile. iCrowdU has received some press attention, and since we started our journey in Germany, you can see that most of these articles or press mentions were from Germany. And here we just want to share some user testimonials with you.
And in closing, we would like to run you through what we are currently looking for and what we expect to achieve. We expect over the next 24 months to achieve $23 million in revenues for iCrowdU.
And for this, we are seeking to raise $3 million in our Series A, which is the investment opportunity we're presenting you.
So how does $3 million in invested funds right now achieve us $23 million over the next 2 years?
Yeah, to give you a little bit of a perspective, it's actually only 255 sales transactions per day. So more or less 10 transactions, 10 products bought per hour every day. That is all it takes for us to achieve $23 million revenues within the next 24 months. Well, that's our pitch deck. I hope you liked what you heard. If you have questions, please send us an email, and well, we're happy to hear from you.